Okay everybody, I hope you like this one. I love it. Bye. In this video I am going to show how I am applying the fold-over elastic around the upper part of the camisole, and of course making the shoulder seams of the shoulder straps, I should say, with sliders and rings. I have here rings and sliders suitable for my 1 centimeter fold-over elastic, and this is what I'm going to use in this version with this print and the black elastic. I am going to put it with the cover stitch machine, the same what I used to apply the lace, and the white one, the other one, this one, I am going to do it with the sewing machine, and I'm going to use their three-step zigzag stitch. Okay, so the elastic needs to come to start from one armhole, but I'm going to start sewing first a pretty long strap for my shoulder, and then I'm going to start sewing here at one point. I'm going to go all the way around, and then I'm going to sew off again a length of elastic, and that's going to make my second strap. Later there are coming two small straps here with the rings. I am going to start by sewing a length of the elastic, like 40 centimeter for the first strap, and I'm just using the whole elastic bundle I have. I'm not pre-cutting it, and I'm just going to sew this. And I'm trying to sew not really in the middle, I think, more to the right, to the edge where it's open. I did put my stitch length a little bit higher than previous, like 3 or something. So I know that I need to stop somewhere here. Going to take my top, and I'm just going to place my place it a little bit at the mark of the 40 centimeters. Of course, I'm using a little bit bigger, wider elastic. In my case, is 1 centimeter. The pattern is calling for 6 millimeters. So I am eating just a little bit more fabric than the pattern was intended for, but I think I will be okay. I'm not stretching anything, I'm just putting the fabric in the middle against the fold. And this is how I'm going to continue all the way to the other side of the front. I'm not really stretching anything. I'm just keeping the elastic a little bit tight, let's say. I'm not really stretching it. And now I am again to the other side of the front. And again I'm going to put the fabric against the fold of the elastic. You could even press the elastic a little bit with your iron to give that fold even more, even a better crease that you can really see where that is. Okay, now I need to keep that little lace there inside. Difficult to get in. And now I'm going to continue sewing again around 40 centimeters. Let's see, roughly, because it's going to get in my strap, and that's really not so important. Okay, so now I have my camisole all. My elastic is on. A little bit of press with steam is very important, because that is going to put the elastic back in shape. Don't press it, just give it a good steam. And I'm going to do the same with the strap. You'll need for the rings, you'll have 2 small lengths of sewn elastic, so or you can make one of the straps a little bit longer, that you know that you are going to cut a few centimeters for your rings, or you can make it after like I did here. I just need to press my side seams first before I'm going further with my elastic application. And I have here some discrepancy, so I'm just going to, you know, make it a little bit straighter. And then again here, side seam to the back. Yes. And also here I have just a little bit of an... Okay. So, for this one I am going to use some white elastic. I think it's nice to have the elastic matching with the lace, but it's not necessary. I have my sewing machine on a 3-step zigzag stitch. I have a pretty big one, 6 width with a 7.5 length, and I'm just going to, I had here a piece of elastic that I used for sample, and I'm going to start now sewing. The only thing is with the sewing machine is that it's taking much longer, of course, but it's really okay. So I'm going to sew now for the 40 centimeters of the strap, and then I'm going to start with the garment. I am almost approaching my mark of 40 centimeters. It was somewhere here. I just took the pin out, and it does take a lot of time. You could use a simple zigzag, that will take lesser for sure. And as I'm approaching here, I'm just taking care that the lace is really good tucked in the elastic. We have a really big ice rain or snow or something outside. That's something you're hearing now. So now everything is going really nicely inside the elastic. As you can see, it does take a lot of time, but it's really pretty, and of course it's very elastic also, very stretchy. This stitch, just going to pull keep the elastic a little bit taut, because that's how the fabric is going to be really nice inside. And this is how I'm going to continue with the rest of this piece. Again, not stretching, just keeping it taut. I think it's the first time doing 3-step zigzag on this machine. I have it for 2 years already, but it's really fun. Now approaching the end or the other side of the front, and again I'm just tucking in the fabric into the elastic. Of course, you can also stitch one side of the garment with a zigzag stitch to the elastic and then close it and do the other side, but actually it's really sitting very fine here. I don't think it's needed so much stitching, and that is also taking a little bit off of the stretchiness of the elastic. It's breaking the stretch a little bit if you have a lot of stitches there. Just be sure to put the lace well inside, as you can see here. And now I'm going to measure here. I'm not going to measure 40 centimeters, but I'm going to measure more like 50 or 45, because I want to have a few centimeters for the rings. I'm going to cut off, you know, to put it on the back. And now I'm just going to sew this to the end. I'm going to meet you back to see how we are going to make the straps. To make the straps, I have here the camisole. It's with the back facing up, just to be able to show it to you easier. So I'm just going to put it through one hole and bring it, oops, put it in and bring it down, like so. Very nice. Then, very important, I need to put the ring on, because otherwise I cannot put it later. So I need to put the ring on. I'm going to make this a little bit to the back more. And then I have this at the moment. So I have the slider and the ring. I'm going to turn it, but I'm going to put the elastic a little bit wider here, because what I need to do, just put it here a little bit out of the heart or of the slider. I'm going to turn it on the side. I'm going to keep here a little bit, because this end needs to come also. I think it's going to help if I'm making it at the point. Put it inside and then bring it back behind, from behind. And then it's going to look a little bit strange, but you have to keep in mind that this end is going to be attached to this part of the strap, like so, and this can come back together or tighter, you know. So I'm going to make a few stitches here. It doesn't need to be really against the ring, because there is no need to try to get in there. You can put this under the machine. You can also do it by hand. I'm going to cut that, and my strap is going to be done. So this is how my strap is looking at the moment. It's adjustable, that's nice. And I have the ring. And now the last step is going to be to put here 2 small pieces of elastic. But let me see if this is not too small. So the next step is to be sure that this is not twisted. It's not. I am going to put my little strip through this ring, and then I have the perfect thing to hang my strap. Just going to put a needle, or a pin I should say. Then the other one the same. Ideally you'll measure this and you'll be careful to that they are the same. And I'm also taking care to have the fold to the outside, the fold of the elastic. I did not take care here, and I think it's wrong. No, actually it's not. Okay, so the next point is to decide where I want to have these little things, and this is an old one that I'm wearing already for a time, and I'm thinking that one is going to come here, the other one is going to come here. Of course, in your case you should try it on, maybe with a little bit of help, or just measure with another camisole that you have to see where you want. And I think I want it like this. I have a pin here somewhere, one is here. Where is it? Yes, and this is going to be stitched here, like so. Again, take care that is not twisted. How much I have here? Ooh, that's a little bit. I'll have to make it a bit shorter, like so. Yes, that's why it's good to measure, you know. I can take this one out. Yes, this is looking good. And I need to make this one a little bit smaller too, something like that. And this is going to be stitched also with a straight stitch or a zigzag stitch, it doesn't really matter. And then our beautiful camisole is done. And this is how it's looking now, with the two small straps attached. And I did use zigzag stitch to attach them. Everything is nice and stretchy.